Now before we start this video, I just want to say something real quick. This mod is amazing and there's so much effort put into it. Yes, this is my gameplay and this is the first time I've ever used my actual webcam to show the hand cam. So you'll get to see all that stuff while I explain this lore. Anyways, Irida is dying, so we're migrating to Mario's Madness. And I'm hoping to make this a series, and there's a ton of songs in it so I can milk it for quite a while. Anyways, now I need to just hope that you will migrate with me as well. Anyways, I'm probably going to do a few songs per episode because a lot of these songs are very self-explanatory. I think I'll just start with showing this cutscene to catch you up on some stuff.
Ayer soñé que me estaban besando ancianas en bikini y no tenían dentadura.
You're looking for someone? Seems you don't recognize me. It's me.
Mario! Almost. Oh, you two seem a bit scared. Well, don't be. I'm not gonna kill you. Yet. I want to have some fun with you two midgets before I end your lives. Oh, don't bother using your powers. They're useless here. This is my world. Oh, you're gonna pay for what that traitor of a man you call a father did to me all those years ago. You, on the other hand, I've heard so many stories about you. You defeated lots of creatures, some like myself. Monsters, demons, angels, freaks. So, how's about we make a deal? 3 songs, just 3. Beat me, and I'll let you go. Lose, and you'll perish by my hand. Very well, let's go.
Okay, now this is pretty self-explanatory. They get sucked into a video game, but there's a few things we need to talk about here. First of all, this is not Boyfriend from just original Friday Night Funkin', because we can see in the cutscene it shows characters like Hypno, Springtrap, and other characters from other mods. Meaning, basically, this is Boyfriend from all mods in total. This is not just one canon Friday Night Funkin' Boyfriend, which makes it a lot more complicated, but at least it gives me something to talk about. Second thing I want to point out is that an Among Us character comes to deliver their package. I want to see how this is correlated to Among Us, and how they're in this universe. Okay, so first thoughts. We are not dealing with canon Friday Night Funkin' Boyfriend. This is the uncanon version, if you want to call it that. So anyways, we're going to need to do some studying from other mods to figure out how he got to this. Okay, so I'm going to take it from here where he shows the characters he's fought against, and I'm going to use the last one as the most recent event that happened. Anyways, I guess all roads lead to FNF. Anyways, so first of all, that rap battle takes place in 2023. We know this because the first Five Nights at Freddy's game happened in 1993. If you do the math, 30 years later, where FNAF 3 takes place, that would be the year 2023. And what I'm playing right now is Mario's Madness V2, which came out in 2023. Now, sadly, we don't really know the date of when Five Nights at Freddy's 3 took place exactly, but we do know that it took place in 2023, so this happened recently after, meaning I'm probably right about this timeline. Watch again Lemon Demons first, who came out first, Hypno, and then Mickey. Anyways, let me look up the Hypno timeline to see when that came. Okay, and then Suicide Mouse came after for the full release of the game. So we can only assume that this timeline is taking place in actual order, meaning Mario's Madness takes place somewhere in 2023. How does this help us? I don't really know, but I feel like it might come in handy later. Okay, now we need the one of the most obvious things, the motivation. Why does Mario want to kill Boyfriend? Anyways, let's go back to the dialogue. Did I just say anyways again? I'm actually gonna kill myself.
Oh, you gotta pay for what that traitor of a man you call a father did to me.
I just want to say thank you, Mario, for saying that. It gives away, like, so much lore. Now we're gonna assume this is the same thing that happened to Senpai. Because I believe the devs did an interview where they explained that girlfriend's father trapped him in there. And I think the same thing happened to Mario. Now, why would he do this to Mario? Probably because Mario is a super popular character that he probably wants the fame for himself. Like, we know her parents are not, like, good people or anything. That's pretty obvious. And clearly, he knew that girlfriend was going to come here because he, like, you know, he made it so her powers would not work here. Anyways, I think he just wants revenge, and he's also partially probably a psychopath. And it's probably the same deal where if he's hoping he'll win and assuming he'll win, and then if he does win, well, you know, fair game, he gets out, they stay in. But a question I feel like you logically have to ask is why doesn't he just win? Like, why can't he just note spam? Like he said in this clip right here,
Don't bother using your powers, they're useless here. This is my world.
So wouldn't it only make sense for him to just want to note spam and, you know, be, like, unbeatable? Because why would anybody, like, not for their only chance of escape? Which I think is something that Daddy Dearest has limited himself, because, you know, if he could just have somebody go in there and then he could just use full power on them or something like that, then, I mean, he wouldn't be stuck here. And Daddy Dearest probably knows that they were going to end up in this situation. So that's probably where his powers are limited, is at that. Anyways, you'd probably think that he would, you know, maybe make him easy to kill Boyfriend, so he does kill Boyfriend. But there's the thing, Mario is clearly, I guess, aggressive to Girlfriend too, because he says, let's have fun with you midgets, with an S at the end.
Oh, this is so much fun. How's about that we take things up a notch?
Okay, so far we have 3 of these things figured out. His motivation for why he wants to kill them, the reason why they're there, and the backstory behind all this in a relative timeline. Now what can we do with all this information? I think with this information, that gives us enough to explain this song and maybe a few others in the future. But there are definitely a lot of things that need to be explained that obviously I can't cover all in this video because there's like 20 billion million songs in this mod. So we're just going to cover these 2. Anyways, I want to see what I can do for this song because this song is obviously a bit different. They're standing on 2 platforms, and there's fire in the background of the castle. I don't think I really have to explain that unless you're blind. I want to talk about also how Mario kind of lied when he said, "This is my world." Because a few moments later, like around 5 minutes later, this happened. That means this is a lot more of a war for power instead of just Mario's world, because clearly we can see Peach and Yoshi, who also exist here. Which brings up another question, is who is really in charge if not Mario? I don't think it's Peach, because, you know, Peach just kind of like took Mario down real quick, but then I don't think she really appears much else in the mod. Mario, however, does appear other times in the mod. I think Mario cannot be destroyed. He may be mangled or withered or disabled, but he still will not die. And he still controls everything around here. Because why else would this be called Mario's Madness if Mario wasn't the main character? Unless you want to count Boyfriend as a main character. I hope this first episode didn't disappoint you, and I'm sorry that I've been kind of slacking on uploading lately. I'm going to try and get back into that. I had it set for my New Year's resolution, but I've kind of been struggling with that a little bit. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next one. And I'm going to try and stop saying anyways. That's also going to be my New Year's resolution. Goodbye.
Skibidi toilet.